Come on. Yes!
Today was to do 5-6 rounds. Why you gonna do 5-6 if you knock him before? If it was the fight was over. The fight was over. The more you do is just extras. Mike go home today happy.
Come and get me, Mike. Come on. There we go. That's it right there. Perfect. That's one. Good one. Nice. Come and get me, Mike. Let's go. There we go. Best round yet. Best round yet. Let's go. Come on, Mike. There we go. Using those legs.
With sharp focus and relentless intensity ahead of his showdown with Jake Paul. The energy inside Tyson's camp is electric as his team pushes a demanding routine blending raw power, explosive speed, and classic technique that once made him the baddest man on the planet.
Very bad to the body.
You right, coach?
Mike, maybe need 10 seconds. Put 10 seconds.
At 58, Tyson's training blends classic boxing fundamentals with modern conditioning methods designed to preserve his endurance, power, and explosiveness. His camp features intense strength and conditioning drills, controlled sparring, and rapid-fire pad work to keep his hand speed sharp. Trainers say Tyson's focus remains exceptional, and his discipline during these final days reflects a serious commitment to delivering a strong performance in this match.
Be there. He wants to one more time entertain people. He's a fighter, but he likes to entertain people. It is what he fights for. He fights for all those people that he can see in the street. The people come to him and say, "You are the people's champ." So this is really motivate him to be in the gym from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Physically, Tyson has embraced a program centered on high-intensity interval training and mobility work to keep his body in peak condition. His stamina is reinforced through endurance circuits and cardio drills built for fast-paced ring exchanges. Despite being the oldest fighter in the matchup, Tyson shows impressive adaptability, blending proven methods from his prime with modern adjustments designed to maximize performance at his age.
In fact, the biggest fight of the history. Why? Because we talk about Mike Tyson. We talk about Netflix, live on Netflix, something that never had before. Things like that you just can do with Netflix.
Aware that Jake Paul is nearly 3 decades younger Tyson, and his team have approached preparation with careful strategy and precision. The focus has been on refining Tyson's trademark weapons, devastating body shots, and rapid head combinations that once defined his dominance. At the same time, the camp has emphasized offensive drills to neutralize Paul's reach and youthful movement. Insiders say Tyson has sharpened his counterpunching, anticipating Paul pressing forward aggressively. The plan is to capitalize on Paul's tendency to lunge, creating openings for Tyson's power. Sparring has centered on timing and footwork with the goal of delivering a classic Tyson performance built on explosive bursts that gradually wear down the younger fighter. For both die-hard boxing fans and casual viewers, this matchup promises a spectacle unlike anything else. The collision of a legendary heavyweight champion known for terrifying power with a modern-era fighter who rose from internet fame to the professional ring feels like a storyline pulled straight from boxing fantasy. Social media has been buzzing nonstop with training clips, promotional photos, and endless fan theories, all debating whether Jake Paul's youth, size, and reach can neutralize Mike Tyson's experience, instincts, and raw strength. Adding fuel to the anticipation, a recent interview with Stephen A. Smith offered rare insight into Tyson's mindset and preparation, and his words did not go unnoticed. At 58 years old, Tyson is reportedly training with an intensity reminiscent of his prime, driven by a desire to prove he remains a dangerous force inside the ring. He revealed that he has been sparring 8 rounds several times a week, pushing himself relentlessly to maintain sharpness, timing, and power. "I feel in great condition," Tyson told Smith, making it clear that he does not see age as a limitation. He added confidently, "I think I'm going to be able to handle the situation," signaling his readiness to face Paul despite the decades separating them. Smith pressed further, curious whether Tyson planned to show restraint against the 27-year-old challenger or if he was preparing for something far more decisive. Tyson's response was immediate and chilling. With a steady, unflinching stare, he replied, "I think I'm going to hurt him." Those words quickly echoed across sports media and social platforms, igniting debate and intensifying speculation about how aggressive Tyson intends to be once the opening bell rings. Behind the scenes, Tyson has been refining his craft under the guidance of Brazilian coach Rafael Cordeiro, placing heavy emphasis on endurance and sustained power. According to Tyson, his daily routine remains strikingly similar to the structure he followed during his championship years, combining sparring, strength training, conditioning, and tactical drills. "It's all about the basics," Tyson explained. "Give it everything you have, 3 times a day." The philosophy reflects a no-frills, old-school approach rooted in discipline and repetition. Despite his confidence, Tyson acknowledges that Paul may attempt to fight cautiously, using movement and distance to avoid heavy exchanges. In a separate conversation with Mike Ducey of Fox 4 Dallas-Fort Worth, Tyson shares thoughts on that potential strategy. "I don't see how he's going to fight by running all day," Tyson said dismissively, implying he is fully prepared to adapt, cut off the ring, and pressure his opponent into exchanges. Recent footage from Tyson's camp has only amplified the intrigue. A short video surfaced showing the former champion unleashing a brutal shot on a sparring partner, forcing Cordeiro to step in and stop the session. For many fans, the clip served as proof that Tyson is not treating this as an exhibition or novelty bout. Instead, it reinforced a belief that he is deeply committed to reminding the world why he was once considered the most intimidating fighter in boxing history. As Fight Night approaches, speculation has expanded beyond the immediate matchup. Fans are already debating what could come next for Tyson, with some dreaming of a clash against longtime rival Evander Holyfield or even a long-discussed rematch with Lennox Lewis. For now, however, Tyson remains locked in on November 15th, focused solely on demonstrating that the ferocious knockout power that defined his legacy has not faded. The tension was unmistakable during a recent New York appearance.
"Hey, New York, shut the fuck up, New York. Hey, boo yourselves. Boo yourselves, New York. Hey, New York, New York, New York, you're just like Mike Tyson. You were good 20 years ago. F you, New York. F you. Dumbass Democratic city."
At the press conference, Paul appeared visibly tense after making an extreme statement earlier in the night, later clarifying that despite his respect and admiration for Mike Tyson, their friendship was finished. Paul declared that on November 15th, he would knock Tyson out and prove himself the true winner. He labeled Tyson as old and claimed he would teach him a harsh lesson, using provocative language to fire up the crowd. Tyson, meanwhile, calmly confirmed his readiness to compete, revealing that he had briefly paused training on his doctor's advice before resuming full preparation. He verified that the fight is officially set and expressed strong confidence in his condition. Although he acknowledged a short illness-related setback, Tyson assured fans he is fully recovered and is healthy. He stressed that he is prepared and plans to let his performance in the ring speak. A UFC legend has recently revealed the massive purse Mike Tyson is expected to earn for his highly anticipated showdown with Jake Paul. The bout, originally scheduled for July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, was postponed unexpectedly in June. Shortly afterward, reports emerged confirming a new fight date of November 15th. With Netflix set to stream the event live worldwide and an official statement not kissed by Darian, co-founder of Most Valuable Promotions, explained the reasoning behind the rescheduling. He said the team worked closely with all parties to ensure the fight was moved to a date that allows both fighters equal preparation time, while also keeping the event at AT&T Stadium during the Dallas Cowboys NFL season. Darian praised the cooperation of their partners, adding that the Paul Tyson bout represents one of the most cross-generational sporting events in history. He emphasized the promotion's commitment to delivering an unforgettable night of boxing to fans across the globe and confirmed excitement for the rescheduled showdown on Friday, November 15. Tensions flared during recent promotional events, particularly in New York City. Jake Paul embraced his role as the villain, openly mocking Tyson's hometown and drawing loud boos from the crowd. Thriving under the spotlight, Paul confidently promised to shock the world once again when he finally steps into the ring with the former heavyweight champion. Tyson, by contrast, remained calm and composed. During the press conference, ESPN analyst Ryan Clark guided the discussion as Tyson answered questions with ease. In a light-hearted moment, the boxing legend even gave Paul a gentle shove, briefly easing the tension with humor. When asked why he accepted a fight against an opponent nearly 30 years younger, Tyson delivered a blunt response. Because I can. Who else can do it? The matchup has sparked intense debate among fans and analysts alike. Many question the wisdom of pairing a 58-year-old Tyson against a significantly younger opponent, especially given recent health concerns surrounding the former champion. These include a reported ulcer flare-up and a troubling flight incident earlier this year. Still former world champion Tim Bradley Jr. believes Tyson remains dangerous. Speaking with ProBox TV, Bradley suggested that shorter, 2-minute rounds could play perfectly into Tyson's strengths. According to Bradley, Tyson's explosive power and ability to cut off the ring could overwhelm Paul early, particularly with sustained body attacks. Despite optimism from some quarters, concerns persist. Critics worry that Tyson's age, past hip surgery, sciatica, and endurance limitations could expose him to serious risk. UFC star Michael Chandler echoed those fears, noting that while fans dream of Tyson landing a decisive punch, no one wants to see the legend suffer a knockout loss. Chandler referenced Paul's previous victories over fighters like Nate Diaz and Ben Askren, raising the uncomfortable question of whether Tyson could face a similar outcome. For many observers, the fight represents a clash between nostalgia and modern athleticism. Adding further intrigue, legendary trainer Teddy Atlas, who played a pivotal role in Tyson's early development, recently made headlines by naming another fighter, Wilfred Benitez, as the greatest talent he ever worked.
If Mike Tyson, it's anybody, don't care if he's 90, he's going to knock him out cold, isn't he? It's I am Mike Tyson. Obviously, I have to back Mike Tyson. I'm named after the legend, and I back him. He always backs me. I'm backing Mike for the knockout. Come on!
Although the title baddest man on the planet dates back to his final professional bout in 2005, Mike Tyson's legendary aura was unmistakably alive as he received a hero's welcome at Fanatics Fest NYC in Manhattan. Hailing from Brooklyn, just across the East River, Tyson's arrival sent shockwaves through the venue, electrifying the crowd and reaffirming his lasting influence on combat sports. Decades removed from his prime, Tyson remains a magnetic presence, effortlessly commanding attention wherever he appears, as fans swarmed to catch a glimpse of the former heavyweight champion. Tyson chose a restrained approach when it came to fight promotion, rather than trading insults. The 58-year-old largely let Jake Paul handle the verbal theatrics. Time and again, Tyson passed on opportunities to verbally dismantle his opponent, offering only brief, understated responses that contrasted sharply with Paul's bravado. However, when Tyson finally spoke with intent, his message was chillingly clear. He warned that the upcoming bout would be grueling and relentless, making it known that he intends to end the fight decisively. Tyson urged Paul to arrive in peak condition.
Mike Tyson at 58 years old, what do you think of this fight?
Well, that's also outstanding as this fight in Riyadh. Mike Tyson at his age is facing a YouTuber that is much younger and hungry and capable of boxing as well. So it's going to be a good example for people that are at Mike's age.
Yeah.
It's also actually a good example for me to keep on punching, so to speak. Hopefully.
As the two fighters finally came face to face, the tension briefly spilled over. The 58-year-old Tyson initiated a mild, almost symbolic shoving, exchanged moments after Jake Paul had once again taken center stage with his bold proclamations. Paul, who boasts 10 wins and 11 professional bouts, claimed that constant criticism and skepticism have forged him into a modern-day version of Muhammad Ali. Embracing his controversial image, Paul declared himself the anti-hero, insisting that success inevitably attracts enemies. He acknowledged Tyson's reputation as a vicious and dangerous opponent, but remained adamant that he would silence his doubters inside the ring. While Paul projected confidence, concerns about the matchup continued to grow within the boxing community. British fighter Alois Jr. publicly questioned whether the bout should even proceed, citing serious health risks for Tyson, given the significant age gap between the two fighters. Speaking to reporters, Alois Jr. suggested the fight could be stopped early to prevent potential injury, warning that Tyson's body has naturally declined with age. He expressed discomfort with the idea of Tyson's legendary legacy being tarnished by a stoppage loss to Paul, admitting that the former heavyweight champion was one of his idols and that watching such scenario would be deeply unsettling. Despite the skepticism, Tyson Fury has voiced complete confidence in Mike Tyson's ability to prevail. In a resurfaced clip shared by MMA media, Fury dismissed concerns about age, arguing that when it comes to knockout power numbers are irrelevant. He insisted that Tyson's punching ability remains as dangerous as ever and predicted a decisive victory for the former champion. Fury also emphasized a personal connection, noting that sharing the same name as the boxing legend strengthens his loyalty. He credited Mike Tyson for years of encouragement and support throughout his own career, which has only reinforced his commitment to stand firmly behind him. Concluding his remarks, Fury expressed hope for a spectacular knockout, believing that such a finish would perfectly cap off the highly anticipated show.
That fight goes, a lot is being made that, Mike Tyson might be too old for Jake Paul. Obviously, like you mentioned, Jake Paul's coming from a YouTube background. Do you think he's too old? Do you think Mike will still get the knockout?
You can only be too old in your mind.
Yeah.
If you control your mind, you control everything in your mind.
Wow, that's great advice. And just final one from me. Like you said, Mike Tyson still fighting might be a little bit of a lesson to you as well. Is there any potential of a comeback in with a lot of people coming back?
There is no comeback in the sport.
Yeah.
The boxing community remains deeply divided ahead of Mike Tyson's impending fight, with many fans and analysts expressing serious concerns about the former champion's safety. Despite the growing unease surrounding the 58-year-old legend, Jake Paul has shown no hesitation in moving forward with the bout and continues to publicly call for the fight to happen. Following his victory over Mike Perry, Paul reflected on the toughness of his opponent, praising Perry's durability and credentials as the BKFC champion. Paul acknowledged that Perry absorbed heavy punishment but maintained confidence in his own power,